Hi Aries, welcome to this reading. I hope that you're doing well today. High Priestess, Queen of Swords. We have a Pisces here, so maybe whoever they're getting feedback from could be a Pisces, but we're not obviously at that section yet. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the Three of Coins reversed. Okay. What advice is my viewer's person getting, please, about this connection? Five of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Pentacles reversed, 3 of Wands reversed, Judgment. Oh, I do, okay. Sometimes when I ask questions like this, I can see that for some of you, the person that your person is talking to is pretty direct, which I really like. And it's like they're saying to your person, make a decision. Judgment, reversed, decide something. Whatever you decide, you've got to decide it. Yes, it's going to be a huge thing. Yes, we could sit here and talk about this all day, over and over, for weeks on end, but you have to make a decision. So I feel like this is someone who isn't even necessarily worried about hurting your person's feelings. It's more like, I'm just going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you what I think will help you out the most. On the back, we have the Knight of Swords. So okay, I'm seeing several things here, so let's start from the beginning. The High Priestess, 5 of Pentacles reversed. I feel that your person is being told that they can, they can try and interpret what you're doing and saying and not doing and not saying and this and that and the feelings all day long. But that's only going to get them so far. So you know how people say to each other, oh, so-and-so said, it was nice to see me the other day. Do you think they meant it was actually nice? Do you think they were being sarcastic? Do you think by nice they meant they've never felt such a deep connection before? Do you think they actually meant it was awful? You can sort of go on and on like that. I think your person is being told, we can do this, you can do this, we can sit here and go back and forth all day, but the fact is 5 of Pentacles here is reversed. You're still not connecting with you, the viewer, and finding out the facts. Queen of Swords, 10 of Pentacles reversed. If you, the person watching, if you are in a relationship with someone who is not the person you're here for today, then your person's hearing advice that might be along the lines of, be careful though, because there are other people involved. They're in a relationship, and when I say they, I'm talking about you. So I'm being, the person giving your person advice. They're in a relationship. Even if they're not happy, are they completely out of the relationship, or where do you stand in relation to this? That sort of thing. Or if you're even newly out of a relationship, your person giving them advice could be saying, you don't want to be a rebound, you want to make sure this is serious, don't rush in. Now, I also think if your person has a situation, whether it's romantic, familial, work, whatever, could be a third party on their end or something they are committed to or connected with that could be getting in the way of this connection, the advice they're getting is, okay, again, very harsh, very honest, that situation's not going anywhere. So let's say your person is called Ben. Ben is talking to his friend Jerry, and Jerry is saying, Ben, I know you're in this marriage or this relationship which is preventing you moving forward with so-and-so, but your marriage doesn't seem to be going so well, and it doesn't sound like it's getting better. So whoever this is that's giving them advice, and we're going to look more into this in a minute, I think this is someone quite close to your person who, when they say these things, it doesn't come across as being like a smack in the face or an insult. They're saying it because they care about your person and they see the truth. So I feel that the advice that your person is getting is, this commitment you're already in, it doesn't seem to be moving anywhere and you don't seem to be happy. So yes, you've got a decision to make, but it kind of seems obvious which decision perhaps you want to make. So I do think this person is leaning towards telling your person, you might want to become single, you might want to get free of this relationship, you might want to leave that job, you might want to move location because you're unhappy with how things are. Overall, the message here, the advice that your person's getting about you and the connection and the situation is, that they need to talk to you, they need to communicate with you to find out where they stand with you and your situation. You know, it doesn't have to just be a relationship on your side, it could be home, family, the time, do you have time to invest in this, all of that. Anything they're confused about, your person's getting the advice that they need to ask you, they need to talk to you. There's no point in them sitting here anymore and trying to surmise and interpret what you have said, what you haven't said, and the feelings and all of that. They might as well just reconnect and ask you. Or if you are communicating, talking, obviously, you know, your person's not saying the things they need to say or asking the things they need to ask. And I think whoever this is that's giving them advice is pushing them towards building with you, actually. And I think this might be someone who doesn't even really know you. They're coming purely from a place of caring about your person and saying to your person, why would you keep pushing forward with this dead-end situation you're currently in that you're not happy with, whatever that is, when you could, you know, make a bold move, a bold change, and try and build with someone you actually want to be with, the person you keep talking and talking and talking about, you know, but not talking to. So that's the advice they're getting. So that to me seems like pretty grounded, sensible, firm advice. The feeling I'm getting from whoever this is giving them the advice is that they are not being overly emotional, sentimental. They are empathetic for sure, but the empathy is coming off like, I understand your predicament, I understand where you're coming from, I understand what it is you're really wanting, so here is my advice. It's not like I'm just going to sit here and be a shoulder to cry on forever and ever and ever. This person feels a bit more like, okay, now make the change, get on with it. Almost like a sort of King of Swords kind of energy. So let's see a bit more about this person then. So some of you might think, you know, I know who this person is that's giving the advice, or, you know, you might think, well, I've got no idea. But I'm also looking to see, like, is it a colleague? Is it a friend? Is it a brother, sister? That sort of a thing. Okay. Also, if you've had a falling out with your person, or you've not spoken for some time, maybe things just drifted away, or if they even maybe ghosted you or something, your person could be talking to this other person and saying, oh, they probably don't want to talk to me, they probably don't want to hear from me. But look, she has her hand out. Her sword is up, so she's saying, I don't want to hear nonsense from you, and I will cut that off, but I am open to hearing from you. So this other person giving the advice is probably telling your person, you might be overreacting. You're not going to know whether they want to talk to you or not without trying. Okay, so let's see, who is this person? Who is this advice coming from, please? We have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, this is someone who is a thinker. I think it's someone who could come across as harsh, cold, a bit too direct at times, but it's well-meaning. This could be someone with the Eight of Swords who they themselves give a lot of advice. They don't go to many people for advice. They might almost seem unapproachable sometimes, like they've always got a lot on their mind. This could be someone who reads a lot, studies a lot, something like that, or they're always learning. Justice in reverse, so we've got Libra energy here. Wow, this could be someone who has made some decisions they regret, or they didn't make decisions and they let situations pass them by and they regret that. That's why they're pushing your person so much. That's why they're not, you know, dancing around the topic and just, you know, patting them on the back and saying it's going to be okay, because they know it won't be. If they let this pass them by, they will regret this. And I think this person giving the advice has their own regrets. So they're saying to your person, don't be like me. Don't make the decisions that I made, or don't fail to make the decisions that I wish I had made. Yes, Seven of Pentacles reversed. Okay, wow. Don't delay. Don't think you always will have more time, because one day you'll realize you don't have more time. Exactly, Ace of Wands. Go for it. Embrace the passionate feelings that you're feeling, the desire to act. Don't try to contain that. Don't try to shut that down. Don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. We have the Lovers reversed, we've got Gemini, we've got the Hanged Man reversed, so Pisces is coming through again, Sagittarius, as I'm pausing here. The Lovers reversed Also previously, a choice, making a big choice. Yeah, this has the energy all over it of someone who at some point in their life had their own big difficult decision to make, and they felt that they made the wrong decision, or they didn't make any decision, and they have a big regret about this, and they do not want this for your person. So yeah, this is someone close to your person, someone who cares about them, someone who in a way has almost given up on their own emotional fulfillment, maybe prematurely or not, I don't know, but they don't want your person to do the same. Okay. We have the Page of Swords. Yeah, I get the feeling this is someone who is learning, always learning, and it doesn't have to mean they're officially enrolled in a course or anything like that. It could just be that they always have different interests. You know, oh, I've learned a bit about this, or someone mentioned that. That was interesting. I'm going to go out and I'm going to learn something about that now. So this is someone who they could be 18 or 85, you know, or anywhere in between, but they are always learning. There's always a part of them that seems like they're studying something. Very cerebral. We definitely have lots of air energy. They don't have to be an air sign, but that's how they come across. As I said, it's not so... They're empathetic, they give good advice, but it comes off maybe as a bit direct. Not so touchy-feely as well. And I think that, I mean that literally. I don't think this is someone who is... what's the word? I don't think this is someone who touches people a lot or likes to receive lots of physical touches. This is someone who, I don't think they do like hugs and all of that when they see people. Yeah. I always want to say this is someone who keeps their hands to themselves, but that doesn't really sound right. That's not what, you know. But I think they do. I think they're more likely to just stand there with their hands in their pockets than be shaking everyone's hand and, you know, and leaning in for kisses and hugs and all of that. That's not this sort of, that's not what this person's like. Okay. And then we have the Hierophant, Taurus energy here. Judgment is on the back. Wow, Judgment reversed. And then Judgment upright. Yeah, this is someone who's saying, do not do what I did. Make the decision. Whatever the decision is you're making, just make it. I don't care if it's the biggest, most life-changing thing you've got to go through in your life or the biggest decision you've got to make, just make it. Because if you don't, you'll regret that more than any struggles you have to go through after having made a decision. I've got Scorpio energy here as well. And again, you know, I think this is someone who is encouraging your person to release themselves from some kind of a commitment that they're in, whether it's to a person, a thing, a situation, whatever it is. It's almost like, I don't care how grounded this is, I don't care how much you've invested in this. If your heart is taking you elsewhere, follow that. So we've got the Hierophant. So again, going back to this learning, studying thing, it could be someone your person met while they were both studying and they've stayed in touch, or they're studying something now. The Hierophant could be like a group, say spiritual, religious. For some reason, yoga is coming through, a yoga group, I don't know. Work as well. Yeah, this person is coming across as very, almost unapproachable. Like I said, there's a real air quality, and I'm not saying air signs are, you know, that they're, with air signs there are no emotions or anything like that, but I just mean like this person's coming across as more being of like the mind. They're more interested in logic, rationale, learning. If you've got a problem, their first instinct is to think through it. Okay, what do we do about this? They don't need to know, they don't deal so much with the emotions. So if you're saying, oh, my car's broken down, they'll be like, right, well, what's the problem? Can we fix it? Do we need to tow it somewhere? They don't want to deal with the bit, oh, my car broke down and I feel upset, I feel angry, oh, I feel stressed. They don't want to hear about how you feel. They want to, you know, and they don't want to discuss that because that's just not something they do or can do. That's not where they're comfortable. They want to think of a solution, you know? So that's the kind of person this is. I don't know if you know, like I said, this person, or you have an idea of who it could be. Or maybe you have no idea, but yeah, this is someone, if you ask them something, you need to be ready to hear their truth, because they will tell it to you, even if it's not what you want to hear. Okay, so let's see, is your person listening to this advice? Are they taking it in? Can you show us? So my viewer's person, what do they make of this advice? Are they listening to it? Are they absorbing it? Do they plan to act on it? How do they feel about this advice, please, that they're receiving? I just heard it means more to them because they know this person giving them the advice. They know that person's backstory. So your person knows that this person here has a particular regret, and they're not just talking for the sake of talking, and they're not asking your person to do something brave and bold that they themselves, you know, have no clue about. So it means more that this person here has, you know, I don't know, some sort of actual first-hand experience of what they're talking about. So that tells me that for your person, this advice does carry some degree of weight, at least. Okay, we have the Devil in reverse, Capricorn energy there. The Emperor in the reverse, Aries. Wow, you know, your person is listening to the advice, but they're also very stubborn. Okay, let's see. We have the Ace of Swords reversed. My goodness. And they know that this person is speaking the truth and what they're saying makes sense. And we have Temperance, Sagittarius. Two of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. Queen of Swords reversed, and we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. What's on the back? King of Cups. So ultimately, your person knows that what this person is saying to them is true, makes sense. They feel in their heart that they want to listen to the advice, but they're very stubborn. And your person wouldn't say it's stubbornness. They would say, I'm an emperor, I'm being practical. I have to balance out what I have to do versus my wish for happiness and emotional fulfillment. Ten of Cups. But the Emperor is reversed. So a degree of this is stubbornness and probably fear. Fear with the Devil reversed of breaking away from whatever foundations they're in, that they don't want to be in anymore, but they find that they are very tied up in these. It's not as simple as cutting a tie and walking away. There's lots, you know, that connects them to a particular foundation or several situations or foundations. And because of that, you know, Two of Pentacles going back and forth. Should I, shouldn't I? So on the one hand, your person hears this advice, knows it makes sense, trusts it, because, you know, even though this other person does seem a bit harsh, a bit cold, maybe a bit blunt, your person knows they're coming from a good place and they mean well and what they're saying is true, and they're being so straightforward about it because they want to protect your person from living with some sort of huge disappointment. So they are listening, they do think it's good, they do want to act on it, but they're saying, oh, but it's not that simple. And they're saying, you know, there is someone around who, if they act on this advice and pursue their happiness and come towards you, recommunicate, you know, or communicate about these important things with you, someone is going to be really nasty and mean and unhappy. So they have to consider this person as well. Let's see. The strongest thing coming through, though, is your person truly, truly believes that they are being self-sacrificing by keeping some kind of responsibility or situation going, providing something for someone or people. But Spirit says the Emperor is reversed. That's perhaps not the most accurate way of looking at things. Because we could even say, if your person is, let's say, in a situation with a karmic or something like that, and they feel that, no, I have to stay because I'm the sole earner or something like that, they're kind of doing that other person an injustice as well, because maybe that person, if they left, would have a chance to be with someone who actually wanted to be with them, or maybe that person would discover that they wanted to go out and earn some money or something like that, you know. But Spirit just is saying there is something not entirely accurate about how your person is perceiving themselves in relation to this self-sacrificing nature or position that they've got themselves in. Okay, Queen of Swords reversed. Let's see. King of Cups reversed. Sorry, Knight of Cups reversed. Seven of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. So this is someone where there's no joy, there's no romance, there's no doing things because it feels nice. This is someone who's got kind of a harsh edge to them. So whoever this person is in your person's life, this is whether it's a business partner, whether it's a spouse, whatever it is, it's about the functionality with the Eight of Pentacles. It's about working. We're working together to raise this child or children. We are working to pay off our mortgage together. We are working and to split the chores that we're doing. We're working on this project together. You know, whatever it is, it's not about being emotionally fulfilled at this stage. And I will say with the Seven of Cups that your person and this other person that they need to cut ties with, they seem to be confused really about the truth of where they actually stand with each other and how they actually feel about each other, or rather how the other feels about them at this point. But it's almost like no one's stopping to think about this and address this with the other person. They just keep their head down. Eight of Pentacles, let's just keep doing what we're doing. Why? Who knows? We're not stopping to ask ourselves. We're just doing it because we're just carrying on. And that's where your person's advice giver comes in, because they're looking at this and they're saying, stop. Don't, you wake up, you go to work, come home, eat dinner, sleep, wake up, go to work, come home, eat dinner, sleep, over and over and over. But why? One day you're going to wake up and you're going to have the same regrets that I have. Don't do that. Make a change now. So it makes me wonder for some of you if the person that your person is speaking with is older than they are. Because it almost feels like someone who is looking back and saying, there was a time in my life where I thought maybe I was too old to make a change, but now looking back I realise I wasn't, and now maybe it is a bit too late because that opportunity has long gone. Or they've just, like I said, given up on themselves a bit too soon and they feel that way. Okay. The feeling I get from this other person, the advice giver, and it's almost like there was someone perhaps they were in love with, for example, and they didn't let this person know, or they didn't choose that person, and this person has maybe died. So it literally is too late. And again, it doesn't mean that has to be actually the situation, but that's the feeling I'm getting. Like this advice giver person has drawn a line under whatever that opportunity was, and they feel it's 100% gone. It's not accessible anymore. And they do not want to see this for your person. But yeah, so okay, I would say your person is listening. They understand the validity of what they're hearing. They do want to take action on it, but they are so wrapped up in their situation, as we all are in our own situations, that they feel like it's just not that simple. So there's almost like this clashing of this advice giver saying, it actually is that simple. You need to make it that simple. And your person saying, that would be lovely, but that's idealistic. It's not that simple, you know? And it's almost like I can see them, say, sitting in a pub or something and just going back and forth until this advice giver's like, enough, shut up. You've asked me what I think, I've told you, do it or don't, you know? Okay, so I will leave this here. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely weekend if you watch this when it is published, and I will see you soon. Bye.